sometimes we have to, like, sometimes even I myself, I misunderstand being aggressive with blitzing. And just because you're blitzing doesn't necessarily mean you're being aggressive. Sometimes, defensive coordinator might blitz for, a myriad of different reasons. Um, you can be aggressive without blitzing, right? And when we talk about it as former players, we're saying stuff like you can be aggressive by bringing your cornerbacks up and putting them in press, getting their hands on the receivers. That's being aggressive. You can be aggressive defense by having your linebackers playing across the line of scrimmage, playing downhill and getting across the line of scrimmage. You can play aggressive without blitzing by having your D line stunting, slanting, twist. So you don't necessarily have to blitz to play aggressive. When Gannon falls into that non-aggressive mode, it's when we're seeing the DBs off 6-7 yards, letting guys catch the ball underneath. We see the defensive line just doing straight pass rushing, staying in their lanes, no twist. We see linebackers dropping back, getting into their drop areas and not really reading routes and getting after it. So that's what I think when we're seeing that, when we as fans and former players get frustrated, it's because it's like, do something, coach, like do something. So that's the difference. Now he still does. I think he should blitz a little bit more. But I think when he needs to blitz more is when this team doesn't have a lead. When this team has a lead, you don't have to blitz because that secondary can cover, and that front 4, 5 they get after it. So that's what this team is built on. That's when this team can be aggressive without taking chances. When they're not in the lead, when things aren't going well, that's when he needs to step his play calling up a little bit and get more aggressive.
Jonathan Gannon's philosophy is to not allow teams to score touchdowns. He doesn't care about running yards. He does not care about passing yards. They're doing a better job in the past because of what we're playing with. His goal is to limit the amount of touchdowns the teams are scoring. So he don't want to sacrifice an extra defender on the back end for a blitz, knowing it's going to expose a play that can give up a touchdown. That goes against his philosophy. And I don't love that, but I have to respect it because this team is still the number one team versus the pass in the National Football League. They're number one in sacks now. They're number one in turnovers.